Hey guys, how do I start? Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Manaka, and this is my channel, Manaka. I haven't been posting videos in a while because I don't know, man. Sometimes we need time to rejuvenate, recoup. Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of months. I don't know when's the last time I actually posted. And the last video that I actually wanted to do was the lessons that I've learned in my 20s. It's just been difficult recording it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about my YouTube channel anymore. Not really. Like, I want to do covers, but I don't feel like doing covers. I want to do sit-down videos, but I don't necessarily feel like it. So it's been weird. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about what I've learned in my 20s. So, 20s are difficult, guys. I want to say that whoever is at the beginning of their 20s, like, I hope that you have a very strong support system, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's a therapist. I hope that you have a strong support system because the 20s are difficult. Especially the late 20s. I mean, actually, all of it. The beginning is a mess, the middle is a mess, the end is a mess, it's all a mess. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to put up a video about what I've learned in my 20s is because I recently turned 30 in July. So I wanted to put up the video before I turned 30, but then I realized that it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't matter. It's still information that might help a few people who are in their 20s still. Okay. And then I learned something about a Saturn return. Mess. Google it. Find your birth chart. Honestly, for your birth chart, all you need is where you were born, the time you were born, and there's different websites. The one I like to use is Cafe Astrology. Just put in your name, your date of birth, your time of birth, and the place that you were born. You don't have to read everything or understand everything at once. Little by little, you realize, well, your soul or your higher self or whatever you believe in will slowly be showing you what it is that you need to know from your birth chart. So I do suggest you have a look at it, especially if you're 28 or 29 or 30. You're probably going through your Saturn return, which means that yeah, just read up on it so you understand why you're going through or why everything feels the way it does right now. But also, if you want to chat to me, either comment down below or send me a DM on Instagram. Okay, here goes. So the things I've learned in my 20s. Even in the most difficult of times, there will always be someone in your corner, whether you see it or not. I know how difficult it is to kind of notice the people who actually care about you, especially in moments when people who don't necessarily show you that they care. Like, we all have different love languages, and I think it's a bit difficult for everyone to actually show or know, let me say know each other's love languages. It's really difficult. It's kind of easier when it's your partner because it's one person, and your parents and maybe a few of your close best friends. But like when it becomes everyone else, you can't know everybody's love language unless they tell you, obviously. That's the reason why communication is so important. So, but what I've realized is that there will always be somebody who cares about you and who's always by your side. It's just, I know that our vision and our view becomes blurry when we're going through rough times. And the people that we've sort of put on pedestals and we thought the world of them kind of let us down. And it's sad because most of the time that's when we need to realize that, there are other people who actually care more about us. But yeah, there will always be somebody in your corner. Just look, try see if you can find them, because they will always be there. And use them um, not as a crutch, but as an aid to help you through everything. Um, but only you will know who it is. If it is somebody who's always been there, but you don't feel like talking to them, then maybe a therapist. um, the next one I found is you can manifest absolutely anything you want as long as you set the intention and believe it. The only thing that will keep you from it is a limiting mindset. So basically, with my manifesting, is little English is basically having the faith that you will get it. In any sort of religion, in any sort of spirituality, in all honesty, the only thing you need is the faith. If you believe you can get it, there's absolutely nothing you can't get. Um, the more you learn is the more you realize how the more you learn is the more you realize you have so much more to learn. Um, this is something I learned from a friend actually. And it becomes more of a, like your mind becomes broader, but you also realize that there's so much more to learn and it's beautiful to learn. And it's nice learning and knowing all these other different things so you can actually have more broad conversations with people. Um, even if you're not a person who likes chatting or talking to other people, it's nice to have that information even for yourself, in all honesty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wrote so much, sorry. In your darkness, in your shadows, or hermit mode, you can still be a narcissist to other people. Once you get out of your darkness, remember that not everyone is against you, even if it seems that way. So when I was saying you can be a narcissist, I mean like when we're going through our own darknesses and our shadows and our hermit modes and we're just stuck. Just like I was saying, like we don't really have clear vision, we can't see the people who are there for us. We kind of become assholes to everyone, and we don't actually realize this, and it's very sad because we lose people who actually mean the most or have the best what's the word, yeah, gone. It's gone. Have the best, have the best. I don't know what the word is. But we lose people who really do care about us, and sometimes we have to kind of isolate ourselves and just be by ourselves, and not lash out. And then also, when we come out of it, we must also remember, people are also going through their own shit. And in all honesty, it's not fair. Yes, it's okay to make boundaries. And if those people don't respect your boundaries, it's okay also to cut people off, like honestly. But we always need to understand, like put ourselves in other people's shoes so we can at least understand where they're coming from. There's a difference between somebody who's making an excuse and somebody who genuinely has a reason for the way they were, for the things they did. So, but this is another thing where, unfortunately, as humans, we choose not to communicate with each other for some reason. We choose not to open up our minds and our hearts to the people we say we care about. And we don't, I don't know how to explain it. We don't actually go to these people and actually explain, okay, this and this and this is how I feel. And then listen attentively and actually understand what it is and where they're coming from. Next one. Where is it? Okay. Reality is different for everyone, and despite what you think, not everyone is blatantly trying to hurt you. They might just be going through their own darkness, just like I was saying before. Reality, in all honesty, can be different to twins who are raised the same. It's literally, it, it, it can all be different. It's experiences, it's birth chart, um, it's literally how they react, how they felt, or how they've been reacting or being reacted. That's not a word. Treated. That's a word. How they're being treated. It's all different, and yeah, that's. Oh, don't mind my energy. It's a bit low. It's a bit low. But yeah, I wanted to record, sync it a little bit done with. So, forgiveness honestly sets you free, even if the other people or situations don't apologize or be better. Everyone has a part to play in your life, and as fucked up as they may be in your story, they might feel like they did their best in their story. Just like I was saying about the view of how we see life differently. Like, for example, I could have done something that I thought was the best for me and for everyone involved. But from somebody else's viewpoint, it could have been the most fucked up thing ever. And the only time you ever actually get to understand it is when both of us have a conversation. If we're open minded enough to understand it from each person's point of view and actually realize that, okay, so from the point that you were at and from the point that I was at, this is why it came out like this. Sometimes for real, people are just assholes, but you'd be shocked at how many times most people don't actually feel like they did anything wrong until you actually tell them. And obviously, they have to be open minded and open hearted enough to actually hear what you're saying. This is a deep video. If you really care about the people around you, don't go around thinking they understand what you're going through. If it's important for them to know, tell them. When the time is right, they'll understand what you've said, even if it's 10 years later. Exactly what I was saying. If it is something that you feel it's heavy on your heart, tell the people you care about. They may not understand it now, like whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's colleagues, acquaintances, whatever. If you feel like they need to know, tell them. If they don't hear it now, it may not be time for them to hear it. But as long as you've stated it, especially if you really want to say it to this person, as long as you've stated it, in all honesty, it's not your place or up to you whether somebody understands your situation or not. As long as you are open with how you want to be treated and how you felt about a situation, then everything else is out of your hands. Honestly, um, your reality is true to you. What you believe is real. Yeah. Why did I read it like that? Your reality is true to you. What you believe is real. For example, after going from Christian to non-believer to a spiritualist, I realized your truth is your truth and no one should push you out of it. In life, you'll always be where you need to be, and your God, even if it's you, can never shun you for following your instincts and your truth. As long as you understand that faith is a very big part of what you believe, no matter what. That speaks for itself. Nothing else needs to be said. Um, Everything is connected, whether we want to see it or not. Different words are used for the same things. We just need to notice the similarities. That kind of stays what it needs to say. But I think it's more of, for that one, I mean, it's more of like a spiritual thing, like the words that we use in spirituality um, or religion are very connected. Everything is connected. They may be different words, but it's the same thing. Like how, I'm going to give an example. If you don't agree, it's okay. Because your truth is your truth and mine is mine. But, like, for example, a prayer. The word prayer could mean something different to somebody else. But to me, prayer and meditation is the same thing. Next, um, energy is energy. Humans are the ones who put labels on whether it's good or bad. The reality is, it becomes good or bad depending on what you do with it. So, in everything is energy, basically, from us as humans to the animals to the objects. Um, Obviously, in 3D, it becomes more dense or not dense. I don't know what the opposite of dense is. and but everything is still energy. Um, Even the actions that are done, the words that are spoken, everything is energy. The only thing that makes it bad or good is you. I don't know how else to explain it. You deserve all the happiness in the world, no matter what it looks like to you, and as long as you truly believe it. So always make sure that you believe that you deserve happiness. Yes, life is difficult. Life is, ooh, life is messy. But the one thing you really just need to believe is that you deserve happiness. And if you really just look into your heart, you will always find what it is that will make you happy. Like, honestly, if you feel like you're being forced to do something, like if there's something that you're doing and it's not making you happy, reevaluate it. Reevaluate how or why you're doing it. Maybe you'll be happier by realizing the why. Like a job, for example. You don't all have the privilege. Not, I love my job. I'm not talking about me. We don't all have the privilege to do jobs that we love. We don't all have the privilege to leave the jobs that we don't love because of the responsibilities that we have. But the time that you will actually be happy in your job is when you realize the why. Like if you're doing your job, or if you're staying at your job because you have a baby, or you have a child, or you want to support yourself, your family, anything that you want to do, if you want to be able to travel, whatever is the reason that you're staying in that unhappy job, you will be happy because you will know why you were there. on a daily basis, you will know your why. You will understand that, you know what, this might not be where I want to be currently, but I am happy in this space because it gives me that which is that I want. Understand it? And then drugs don't make fucked up things disappear. It just numbs the pain and makes it so much harder to get through when you eventually need to. When you eventually need to, because the shadows will always find you. Whew. Now this one has to do with a little story from me. I have always been the kind of person who hid my traumas and my sadness with alcohol. Um, for me, it was always a thing that, you know, I don't want to face my shadows, I don't want to face my darkness, so I will drink. And it's messed up because it was drinking to like infinity drinking. Let's just say that. Like I was drinking too much. And eventually, when you have to deal with those shadows, it's become so much harder because you've suppressed them for so long. And when they come back, it's just so much more painful and difficult. Oh, gosh, black people, can we please go to therapy? Can we please go to therapy? If you don't agree with therapy, then at least speak to somebody who's spiritual. I'm going to start with spiritual because we are the ones who believe in shadow work. And shadow work helps. Even though I do shadow work, I still believe in a therapist. But it's technically the same work, it's the same thing. It's basically asking yourself the questions of why certain things trigger you, why things make you sad, why things like certain actions from people make you angry or sad or upset. It's looking back to childhood or like past events and seeing what it is or how you feel about it. It's like looking at your trauma, like literally looking in the face of your trauma and figuring it out. It's difficult as fuck, but it's figuring it out. But yeah, so but I'm basically just saying that drugs aren't gonna do shit if you're not the kind of person who actually deals with your shit. In all honesty, so don't take drugs. I'm joking. Um, drugs are good. Drugs are good. What I've realized though is if you're in a dark space and you're taking drugs, it kind of fucks you up even more. Instead of becoming happy, you become sad and angry. So do the work. Then take the drugs for recreational purposes. um, Allow yourself to grow through the pain, acknowledging what you're going through and finding out the why will help you heal and be open to infinite possibilities in life. Just allow yourself to heal no matter how painful. Basically, what I was saying. So, with yourself and go through what you need to go through. I remember when I didn't actually ask myself the questions of why I used to cry. Like, I'm a Cancer sun, I'm a Cancer moon. Yeah, I'm just bored. I'm just emotional. So I used to cry a lot, and the crying never really used to help. It never really used to help until I realized just a few years ago when my Saturn return started, when my spiritual journey started, that in actual fact, I have to deal with the pain. I can't just cry and cry and cry and cry. Nothing's going to happen. It's almost like how, I don't know, the people who burn themselves and the people who cut themselves, um, most of the time they do that because they want to expel the pain that's inside, not necessarily to kill themselves. Trigger alert. not necessarily to kill themselves, but to remove the pain that's on the inside and put on outside and put on their body. It's the same thing. So when you acknowledge the pain, you are still in pain, but you are allowing the tears to heal you. I don't know if that makes sense. If I'm not making sense, DM me on Instagram or comment below. No, DM me, whichever's better. But yeah, basically, growing through the pain, like literally sitting with yourself while you're crying, asking yourself why you're crying, allowing yourself to cry, not holding it back, and you'll realize how much better you will feel once you're done. And not just like nobody, not speaking like sad stuff, allowing yourself to go through it, but just understanding that you need to go through it in order to get past the hurdle. And remember also, what would happiness be without sadness? Nothing. Life would be bland. Life would be grey. Life would be boring AF. So, unfortunately, we have to have the really low lows to have the really high highs. I don't remember who said that, but it's one of the spiritualists that I watch, and you know what? It's true. You have to have the really low lows to have the really high highs. Otherwise, all you're gonna have is. I don't know why that song. That's so fucked up. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Next, the mind is fucking powerful. Use it to better yourself. I think I've said this in one of my videos. Your mind is fucking powerful. Oh my god. Your mind is fucking powerful. Use affirmations. Have quotes written everywhere. I have one right here actually. It was a mantra for April, I think, and I kept it because I liked it. It says, I am a spiritual being living a life in gratitude. I am blessed, protected, loved, and joyous. The universe has my back. My book. And then I have my sunshine on my wall. I have smile. And I have like smiley faces and suns and sunflowers and stuff like that. And I have like colors on my desk and stuff. And then on my phone, I have different stuff. My lock screen, I have family, spirituality, prosperity, and then on the other side, I have like abundance, manifestation. Like you have different words that represent you and what you think makes you happy. Just to remind you, like even if you take sticky notes and just write it. I wouldn't be able to do that. I've got ADHD, though. Don't know the shit out of me. I don't have ADHD. I'm lying. OCD. The fuck? I do have issues with OCD sometimes. So, but affirmations. Work with affirmations. Yeah, work with affirmations. Work with things that make you happy, even if it is buying yourself roses, like one of my friends does. Actually works. Buying yourself houseplants, buying yourself things that make you happy, even if it's chocolate. If you don't want to gain the weight, find ways to eat it so that you don't gain weight too fast. Like eat it like buy those slabs, but like have like maybe 3 every 2 days. But find a way, you know. But I did have a video where I said that the mind is powerful as fuck. If you talk to yourself the way you talk to the person that you love the most, best believe your life won't turn around so fucking quick. Your head will spin. And then last one, what is for you will always find you. Literally, whatever is for you will always find you. And honestly, in my perspective, if you believe it's for you, it's for you. If you've thought of it, if you've dreamed of it, if It's like a daydream. Like if it's something that you feel is for you, it is for you. That's it. That's it. Anyway, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. Um, yeah, I think I'm done. If you have any questions or any add-ons, let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe. I have a feeling there's a lot of you who have actually not subscribed to my channel, and you know what? It's actually easy. If you don't want me to see that you're subscribed, there is a way to subscribe without me seeing that you're subscribed. I don't know how to do it, but Google it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I'm tired. I'm so tired, but I am so happy I did this video. It was long AF, but we've done it. Whoa, 30 minutes, Jesus Christ. Okay, thank you for watching. Oh, hydrate. Always hydrate. Always. Oh my god. Drink the water. 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 You gotta drink the water. 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 Drink the water. 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 Gotta drink the water. Okay.